basically, the reason why coaches ask you to close the racket face here is because you're Do you ever question yourself or your coach of why you have to close your racket face and have your hitting face you or your head? Today I'm going to explain why coaches make you do it and why you shouldn't do it if you know how to serve. I want to say this first. The key to getting better is sometimes letting go of what you've learned in the past. Let me say that again. The key to getting better or getting to the next level is to forget or let go of the things that you learned when you're first starting out. Second thing, I want to say this before I start. The reason why I say this is because I've had so many instances in my experience where past learning experience or coaching that I got in the past or when I first started out was in my head for so long, and that is what caused me to keep my level lower rather than trying to think outside of the box or not think about that at all and think about, okay, how is there any other way of hitting a ball or any other way of doing things, okay? Even strategy. Now that we got that out of the way, the reason why, I hope coaches are watching this, the reason why coaches make you close the racket face here in the trophy position is not because you could serve better or faster or you have more power, okay? I don't care if you're a pro. You're not going to serve faster with that action, okay? There are pros that do that, but again, watch my previous video on why I said, some players need to do it. But again, if you're a beginner or if you're an intermediate player or whatever, the reason why coaches figured out like, oh, you have to close your racket face on the trophy position is because a lot of times when you're first starting out to play, you take the ball up, toss the ball, and your racket face opens up here and points to the back of the fence. Now, opens up and points to the back of the fence. If you do that, you're basically pancaking the serve, okay? So that's why players or coaches figured out a way like, oh, you gotta have your racket face pointing or facing you, okay, rather than trying to go here. And also, another method is if you try to scratch your back with your strings, it's better to keep the racket face closed. So, okay, that makes sense. Okay, you got to circle it and then go. No. When you're actually circling, it's better if you keep the racket face more open, but not open this way, pointing that way, but open and rotating, circling it in this way, okay, pointing that direction and hitting the ball, okay? So not going like this, okay? So if you want to say that I'm wrong, that's fine. You could believe whatever you want. No argument there, okay? You don't even have to watch my channel, right? Okay, so basically, the reason why coaches ask you to close the racket face here is because you're probably opening up like this, okay? And it's not even going this way, back, or pointed this way. Now, in order for you to fix this pancake serve, it's a good way to fix it. It's a good way. I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good way to fix it. But once you get that, once you close it and you feel like your racket is going in a circle in this direction, okay, you see how the racket points a little bit more that way and then it circles around, you see that? Once you get that, you don't need to close it. Try to scratch your back, okay, with the straight wrist and scratch your back with the open racket face rather than closed. You'll have much better success and more pop on the serve. I fixed so many serves with that because they're taught that way. Okay, and they're like, oh my gosh, I have so much more control. I have so much more pop. I have so much more power. I actually can control it now. Yes, because you're not slicing the ball. If you close a racket and you come, take your racket coming out that way with that wrist angle, it's going to put slice on the ball. And if you have a correct continental textbook grip, you're never going to be able to flatten out the serve. And one of the questions is like, oh my gosh, how do like pros hit it so hard? But anyways, yeah, so that's how you do it. So you want to open the racket face and hit the ball. Open the racket face in the back, okay? Open the racket face and hit again. Okay? It's actually very easy. If you know how to throw a baseball and if you know how to throw a football, you shouldn't have a problem with your serve. The only thing you should have a problem with your serve, if you know how to throw a baseball or a football, is your toss. If you're first playing and you don't know how to use the left hand to toss the ball, that's the most difficult thing for you, should be the most difficult thing for you, not the arm action or the racket moving action for the biomechanics of swinging the racket or throwing the racket. I hope this video helped you out. Sorry if I got a little bit startled there and got a little bit annoyed. But I have my own philosophy and other coaches have theirs. And if you have yours, that's fine. And if it's your feel, that's great. Like if the serve goes too long and that fixed you, that's fine. You keep going. But again, if you want a faster serve, it's not the best way to close your racket face and have your racket face pointing or facing your head on the trophy position. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.